Question 18. It reads, in a region of a space, a uniform magnetic field of induction B is equal to minus bk cap is established. A particle moving with velocity v in this region experiences a viscous drag F is equal to minus kv, where k is a positive constant. A particle of mass m and charge q is projected with velocity u, which is ui cap, in this region. We need to find the displacement when this particle is practically stops. So let's consider this is x coordinate, y coordinate, this is xy plane, magnetic field is into the plane of this screen because z direction is outwards, so it's minus z direction, inwards. So let's say it's inwards. So into the plane, let's call it like this. Now it's going to be in minus k cap, proper direction, right? And let's particle starts at equal to 0 from the origin, so it starts from here. It will help us to measure the displacement. Let's say at any time t, it is located at any coordinate called x comma y. So its displacement will be under root x square plus y square. Furthermore, net force acting on this particle is going to be this force due to magnetic field and viscous force. So we can write net force is vector sum of these two is must be equal. This must be equal to ma. Now q v cross b, in that we can put the value of v. V is, let's say, vx plus vxi plus vyz, and b is known to us. The force of drag is also known to us, so we can put the value of v as a vector. Acceleration can be again written in terms of x component and y component. Now we can simplify this left hand side. That means we can do this cross product. When we do this cross product, so it's going to be q b, and then you'll find it's going to be crossing this with this, so it's going to be like I cross k with a minus sign, so that's k cross I, that becomes j. So basically we will have a q vx b in j direction, q vx b in j direction. So we have adjusted with this j cap, and there was a k vy j, so there is a minus k vy j as well, so this is j component. Similarly, when we do the cross with this, so that's going to be minus j cross k, so that's going to be minus I, so you will have a minus q vy b in I cap along with minus kvx. So basically I component is this, j component is this. Here also this is I component, this is j component, that means max, may. Now we can compare, so we can say this must be balancing this, or that means x component of force must be equal to mass into x component of acceleration. So we can write m x component of acceleration, that is dvx by dt, which is equal to minus q b vy minus kvx. So this is basically for x component. Furthermore, we can maintain this left hand side. On the right hand side, this vy can be written as dy by dt, vx can be written as dx by dt. Then you'll find from this relation dt can be cancelled out, and that will become differential equation. And then we can integrate this both side. When we are going to integrate, we need to put the limits. Vx, x direction velocity, has to change from u to practically 0 velocity. Y component will be running from 0 to y. X component will run from 0 to x. Now this integration is quite obvious, quite simple. You'll find it's going to like minus mu is equal to minus qby minus kx. Minus can be eliminated. So that's the first equation. Similarly, in the y direction, we can write y direction, the mass into y direction acceleration, that is dv by dt, is equal to this force, which is vx minus kvy. Again, vx can be replaced as dx by dt, this vy can be replaced as dy by dt. Then you'll find again dt will be cancelled out, and you'll have a differential equation which can be integrated. Vy, the velocity in the y direction initially was 0, finally it should be 0 because it stops. X coordinate runs from 0 to x, y coordinate runs from 0 to y. Now this left hand side will become 0, and here you will have qbx minus ky. So from here we can have a y as a function of x, which is kb upon qb upon k into x. That's the second relation. Now from the second relation we can put the value of y in the first relation to evaluate x. Then we can put the x back on this to evaluate y. Or we can say these are the two linear equations. We can handle the way we like. So putting the y expression on the one, so it's like kx plus qb into y, which is qb upon kx. So it's q square b square by kx is equal to mu. So you can take x outside and simplify, so it becomes k mu upon k square plus q square b square. Similarly, this x can be substituted here to get the y, which will turn up as qb mu upon k square plus q square b square. So x coordinate and y coordinate we got. Since we got x coordinate, y coordinate, so the displacement is going to be xi plus yj because we started from origin. So magnitude of displacement, if it is required, so under root x square plus y square. We can give answer in vector form, so our vector is going to be xi cap plus yj cap. Now x is this number, kmu upon k square plus q square b square. Y is this number, kbmu upon k square plus q square b square. So that becomes our final response for displacement in this particular question. Thank you.